Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darren Jacobs and welcome to the Go Home Show, the final show before the Resurrection pay-per-view here on Friday Fight Night. My name is Darren Jacobs and we are ready to go here tonight with some action. Kicking us off tonight is the hero of wrestling, SDC. Now, of course, last week SDC was pretty much gifted a shot at the Hardcore Championship as he won his qualifier against Jaden after Jaden refused to compete and walked away from SDC. We still have not spoken to Jaden, nor do we have any inkling as to why Jaden decided not to fight SDC, but SDC has decided to come out here tonight to open the show because he wants to address that. He wants to address what happened, and of course we've got plenty to get through tonight, so he wants to kick off the show and he wants to do it right. But we'll see what SDC has to say here. This should be interesting. I wonder what he thinks about everything that went down last week. The hero of wrestling has arrived. Last week, I won a match without even fighting. And winning that fight got me a title shot to become the first ever hardcore champion. And as much as I want that opportunity to finally get my hands on gold here in WIW, I can't accept my spot in this match. Not under these circumstances. You see, I am a strong believer that if you want something, you earn it. That's what makes a true champion. So tonight I'm issuing an open challenge. Anyone who wants to come and take my spot in the hardcore title match, fight me right now for it. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got ourselves a match, and look who's answered. Look who has answered. One half of the Blood Brothers is what I meant to say. The Big Boss. Back in singles action. It's been a while for Big Boss. But while Bruiser Brad is chasing the world title, no surprise to see this man's going to start chasing the title. God, could you imagine this man facing in that hardcore championship ladder match? He'd be a tough man to deal with, that's for sure. SDC taking a huge gamble here tonight, putting his spot in the hardcore championship on the line here against one of the biggest dudes in WIW. Didn't exactly have an illustrious singles career, but this man wants a shot at the hardcore title at SDC. Proving why he really is the hero. He doesn't take the easy way out. He does whatever he has to do to get there, but he does it the right way, the fair way. Look at this, the hero striking right up to the Big Boss right now, just trying to get him off his feet early if he can, and that's exactly what he does there as he takes him down. SDC, the hero of wrestling, one of the most established names here in WIW, without winning a title, and a big leg drop there by Big Boss. One of the most established names, as I was saying, that hasn't won a title, and it's strange to think he hasn't. It just seems to be when it gets to the big occasion, SDC just can't seem to get the job done. But what a historic night it would be for him, should he be able to do that and win the hardcore championship at Resurrection. A big toss over there by Big Boss. And as for Big Boss, like I say, whilst Bruiser Brad is chasing single success, of course, Big Bruiser Brad has himself a shot at the World Heavyweight title should he win at Resurrection pay-per-view. So no reason at all why Big Boss can't come here tonight and, you know, try his luck. Try and get himself a shot. And could you imagine that? Big Boss and Bruiser Brad both with the singles and hardcore, both with the World Heavyweight title and with the hardcore title around their waist as well. A dominant force could become even more dominant. SDC right now really struggling to deal with Big Boss. I don't think he was expecting someone of his sheer size to come through, but now look at this. Cleverly here from SDC, using the ropes as leverage here. And oh my god, I see where he's going with that. A massive leap for the backbreaker. And the hero of wrestling plays to the crowd, loves to put on a show. The hero of wrestling showing why he is just that here tonight. Didn't want to take the easy way out when he easily could have done. He could have already been in with a shot at the hardcore title. But tonight he has gambled it. And of course we know everybody who's going to be in that match so far. We have Robert Hall. We have Dino D. We have the Cruiserweight Champion Jake Griffiths. We have Tyson Jackson. And of course we did have SDC as well. But he decided not to. And of course Dixon this week on Monday Night Mayhem, became the 4th member on Mayhem. And tonight, of course, we'll find out the final member of Fight Night to be joining that match. SDC really trying to bring it to Bruiser Brad, but he's really struggling to get him off his feet so he can keep him down for a count. Big kick out there by Big Boss, from the Big Boss pin, should I say. Gets him up on the shoulders, and you can see the size difference between the two. It's very, very much in the favor of Big Boss, as it is for most people when Big Boss steps into the ring. Just never seem to be able to convert that big size and stature into single success. But look at the strength that he does have. This is the strength that he does possess, and we know he can deliver on. And SDC had a lot of pain there, a lot of discomfort. You saw that as he went down on that slam. Big Boss might have him right where he wants him here. Camel clutch being applied. No, never mind. Big Boss instead doesn't do that. And now look at this Irish whip to the opposite side. Big Boss, look at that. Tosses him up. Oh, look at that height on that. Tosses him about 8 feet in the air. And SDC might be regretting his decisions right now as he is being manhandled by Big Boss. And now look at Big Boss lining up for the boss kick. In a lot of trouble here. Is SDC, the hero of wrestling, in trouble? Oh, he ducks under the super kick. Does well. Went for kryptonite, but he looked unfazed by it. Oh, but look at this. Oh my God, can he get him up? He does. Look at the strength of the hero of wrestling. Injustice. Injustice! Right after Big Boss just ate the kryptonite knee, he lands the injustice, but he can't put him away. And SDC, I thought, had that one won, but Big Boss gets the shoulder up and plays to that crowd once again. The hero of wrestling is a man of the people, and he is proving it here tonight, trying to do whatever it takes to keep Big Boss down. There's a super kick. And now begging him to get back to his feet. He is hyped up here tonight. SDC came out here. He wanted to prove a point. And I think he's done that so far. Can he get him down? He has. This time the kryptonite knee brings Big Boss down to his knees. And brings him down to his size. And this could be it for a second time. Can he put him away? There it is. Injustice. Once again. Injustice to the big man, and the hero of wrestling is going to face for the Hardcore Championship. Well, he wanted to put on a fight to prove he deserved a title shot, and that's exactly what he just did there against one of the biggest men in WIW. He put on a fight, Big Boss, but after that first injustice, he was just in pure survival mode, and the second one was the charm. For SDC, he slays the big man, finally could get him down with the destiny, and it was this second injustice, and the hero of wrestling does what he said he would do, and he has earned his spot in the Hardcore Championship ladder match. But now look who's coming, a man who's trying to take out all of his competition, who is coming in the Hardcore Championship at the Cruiserweight Champion now, trying to square off with SDC, but SDC clearly has seen it coming and is beating down on the Cruiserweight Champion. And big backbreaker. Trying to do everything in his power, Jake Griffiths, to make sure that he becomes a double champion at the Resurrection pay-per-view. And he's taking out everybody in contention for the Hardcore title to do it. The hero of wrestling proved himself tonight to be a very noticeable threat. And so Jake Griffiths is trying to take advantage of that and trying to get rid of that threat. These two squaring off right now. Neither man backing down. The referee screaming on the outside to break it up. It's alright screaming on the outside. Get in there and actually do something about it. There's a neck breaker. Vicious assault once again by the Cruiserweight Champion. And a bunny hop for good measure. The hero of wrestling's taken out after his victory tonight. And Jake Griffiths making it clear he will do whatever it takes to become a double champion here. But can he do it? Can he capture a second title and become the first double champion that is for quite some time? Or will SDC be able to capture his first championship here in WIW and shock the world by capturing the Hardcore title? We'll have to wait and see at Resurrection, but we've got plenty more action here to come tonight, so let's move on down the rest of the card. Brooke danger. Message received. You couldn't get a title shot in the correct way because you're not good enough to handle me inside this ring. And so you spent weeks on end ambushing poor defenseless Laura. But I am here now. You have woken something that you can't even dream of controlling. You should know that because how many times have I beaten you already? If you want a shot at me, come and take it. But I will hit back 1,000,000 times harder. This ain't about the title anymore. This is about destroying you and stopping you from carrying. Do you really think I'm scared of you? I'm a former UFC champion. I've stepped in the octagon with some of the toughest people on the planet. And just because you put on some different makeup and pretend to be scary doesn't mean that you're any better than before. So far, I have been here in WIW, and the only person who has stopped me on my path to the gold is you. But not anymore. I will destroy you and take what is rightfully mine. I was born for success. It is in my blood, and I won't let you... Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I am sick of hearing, oh, look at me! I'm in danger! I'm a fluent UFC champion! Blah, 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 blah! No one cares what you've done in the past. Your better days are clearly behind you. I don't care who you are or where you come from. You want to fight? Let's fight. But don't cry and go back to being what you used to be, because you're not that anymore. And your family are all failures now. And when I defeat you and prove that at the pay-per-view, the Danger family legacy will come to an end. Don't you dare talk about my family, you stupid bitch. You will respect me, or I will snap your arm right here, right now. Enjoy being champion, because in a few days, I'm taking what's rightfully mine. And I don't care how many bones I have to break in order to do that. There is no one, especially some pathetic loser like you, that's gonna stop me. I'll see you on Sunday, you crazy bitch. There you have it. Another match added to the Resurrection pay-per-view as Brooke Danger finally gets her shot at the Women's Championship at the pay-per-view. That is going to be a match I am dying to see. Two women who can't seem to keep their hands off each other finally going to collide in a squared circle. Next up tonight, some tag team action, and once again, Peter Bolton, the ace, comes down to the ring once again, being stuck in this team with Alan Hart, which he clearly does not want to be a part of. But the general manager is persistent. He believes that there is a winning team, a winning combination with these two, and he is determined to bring it out of them. So tonight, they are once again teaming up against another tag team. They don't know who yet. We don't know who yet. But once again, Peter Bolton leads this team out. And do you know what? Peter Bolton and Alan Hart, they've shown some good signs. They've shown promising signs. They've shown potential to be a good tag team. But they're just being so stubborn. They're just refusing to work together. They refuse to tag out frequently and keep each other fresh. They've run into each other several times. They've hit each other. They've cost each other the results. And they need to work together because they can be a winning team. And the general manager is clearly persistent on bringing this winning team out of them. But you are Alan Hart. Once again, as always, looks laser focused. We know he is a fantastic tag team specialist. We saw him at Mind Games. So I wonder what's happened since then. I guess, you know, Alan Hart, again, just looking for a partner that he can trust. Same with Peter Bolton, but neither one of them seem to want to take the time to actually work with each other, to trust each other. Well, tonight, again, they team, and I'm sure they're not happy about it. Look at that, they don't even want to stand near each other. But tonight, they team once again, and we'll see who they're up against. But listen to the music. Okay, the general manager bringing in some new recruits again. And it's the Cotterells, Brett and Max, making their returns for season number 2. A team who in the trial era were the team to beat. And then in the last season, in season number 1, they were the easiest team to beat. And so we have no idea what kind of Cotterells are going to turn up here, but they're here on the Fight Night brand. And they are desperate to make a new start here after what was a terrible season number 1 for these two. Brett and Max in the trial era, undefeated champions. No one could stop them, not even the Wolfpack. And this year they have struggled at every hurdle to get themselves noticed once again and to get themselves back to winning ways. But can this season be the charm for them? Can this brand be the one for them? They need wins and they need them desperately. So we'll see what Brett and Max can bring to the table. Bell rings and away we go. Peter Bolton and Alan Hart versus the Cotterells. Two sets of teams who desperately need this win. For the Cotterells, it'll be a winning start to life back here on, Fight Night. They've only had 1 Fight Night matches in their entire career, and that was when they were at Wolfpack in the Outback, teaming with their eldest brother, Travis Cotterrell, to try and dethrone the Wolfpack. And, well, you can imagine how that one went down. The problem with the Cotterells is that although they work together very well, they just never seem to be able to put the finishing touches on it. They can't seem to find a move that really gets the job done effectively. And of course, the biggest problem as well last season was Brett. Brett really struggled to do things. He really struggled to get going. Really struggled to pick up momentum. Look at that, the beautiful net breaker there. It's really struggled to pick up momentum, and Max had to do a lot of the heavy lifting and a lot of the powerhouse stuff, even though he's not really his area of expertise. Okay, an early tag here from Peter Bolton and Alan Hart. And the more they team together, the more I'm sure they'll understand each other, manage to know each other's strengths and weaknesses and work together. But the thing is, if you don't trust your partner, that's the worst thing in a tag team. You can't afford to not trust your partner because he is the man who's always going to have your back. No matter what, he's going to be the man who's going to help you win these matches. You can't win a tag team match on your own, and you certainly can't win the tag team titles on your own. What a start it's been for Brett. Cotterell really needs to step up this season after being the letdown for the team. And now look at Max being tagged in there for his first bit of action in season number 2. Max Cotterell, to be honest, had a pretty decent running and never really got anywhere with the tag team. But in singles action, he was, for quite a considerable amount of time, quite up there. He was part of the first ever Money in the Bank ladder match, which he earned the right to be in there. I mean, got a little carried away in the Money in the Bank ladder match with more intention on hurting people rather than actually going for the briefcase. He also, of course, has had a number of attempts in number 1 contender matches for the Cruiserweight title, and I still reckon Max could be a very valuable member of the Cruiserweight division, but he just hasn't quite broken away onto his own singles career yet. Oh, look at that, tossed into the turnbuckle by Alan Hart. As for Alan Hart, always been in and around a title picture, but has never quite captured any gold here in WIW. Of course, his biggest success was at Mind Games, and he didn't even win that, but he was voted the MVP of that match. To be voted the MVP on the losing team, that must show something. And that's what I'm saying. He clearly has some kind of abilities here in the tag team division, but he just seems to be ignoring it. Seems to not really want to trust Peter Bolton, even though these two are both desperate to find some tag team strength. Tag made, back in comes Peter Bolton. And the Ace, of course, had a very successful end to season number 2 with such accolades, of course, as such as beating King Sam, which not a lot of people have done on pay-per-view. I believe, actually, he was only like possibly the second person on pay-per-view last season to beat him. The other, of course, was Aaron Albright, and that was with the assistance of the general manager. Tag match, tag made, and in comes Brett. Look at that. Alan Hart tried to intercept, but he got plowed down by the sheer mass of the big man, Brett Cotterrell, who knew he had to step up this season, and so far he has stepped up in this matchup here. But he can't afford to make mistakes just like that, because we know how lethal the Ace can be, the Royal Rumble winner of 2018. The first ever Royal Rumble winner. And now, look at this. Oh, he's going big. He is going big here. I thought maybe he was going to make the tag, but instead he's going big. The Ace, look at this. Looking for the superplex to Brett. Oh, wait, look at this. Brett trying to fight him off, and he just shrugs him away. And immediately gets off the top rope. Not very much of a high flyer, the big man. And he might live to regret that mistake there. Peter Bolton decided against making the tag, and instead tried to go for something big, tried to go for the spectacular, and now might pay the price. The big man is rolling to his corner. I know what they're thinking. Brett and Max. Or maybe I don't. And maybe now on the other end, looking for the superplex. Hart's actually coming to try and help his partner, but the referee forcing him out. Can't save him for this one. Superplex. And the Ace is taken out by Brett Cotterrell. Oh, what a start it's been to this match from the Cotterrells. I thought maybe they'd struggle to adapt to the new environment. It's the debut match technically on this brand, so you know, it's going to make things even more difficult to have to step up and deal with what's happening. But right now, they are in thorough control, and they're doing a fantastic job of staying in control. The referee's count is rising, but Brett and Max don't seem that interested in that. But look at that. Oh, and he's tossed him right into the foot of his own tag team partner. Very nicely done there by the Ace. Count is rising. Count of 7 now, I believe. And look at this. Just trying to use his own partner's foot. Why is Max not moving out the way? Surely he's seeing this. Count of 8 or 9, I think it is now. And he's continuing to do it. Count of 9. Needs to get back in the ring. He does. But he might just do it. He's done it. Bolton and Hart take the count out win. And it's kind of Brett and Max's own fault. They just kept getting in each other's way. Poor communication between the two. And even though Bolton tried his best to get him back in the ring, he just wouldn't go in. And despite that big superplex, Peter Bolton and Alan Hart finally get a singles win. And look at this. Oh, look at this. Both of these two raising their arms. Very, very confident that they did it. Oh, look at this. Oh, bit of confrontation. Oh, there we go. First win under their belts. They feel a lot more confident. Are they finally going to develop a trust here? Shake hands. And there we go. Oh, no. Okay. It's not quite there yet. But they did look a lot better here today. They got their first win. And Alan Hart and Peter Bolton celebrate. Look at this. They're playing with the crowd right now. Bolton getting the cheers and Hart getting booed. And not loving that at all. Right now trying to one-up each other. And this is what I'm talking about. How are they going to be a successful tag team if they're doing petty things like this? Look, they're just trying to one-up each other. They just won their first match as a tag team, and they're trying to one-up each other right now. And Hart and Bolton, clearly with a lot to figure out, but they are a team that can do big things if they just learn to work together. A lot to figure out, and they're still bickering now. But Hart and Bolton, I think if they can start working together, and I think they can make themselves a big name in this tag division, who knows really what they can do. But I have a feeling that Peter Bolton and Alan Hart can do big things, and this win could launch them to do just that. Let's move on down the rest of the card. Big win for these two here tonight. Well, Hart and Bolton clearly with things to work out, but a lot of promise between them. But next up, the Hardcore Championship final spot is up for grabs. 7 men have claimed it so far, but these 3 have all tried, and they have been given one last chance here by General Manager Theodore Adam Wright to get their shots at the title. The first man down to the ring is SaLgames, and boy oh boy has this man fallen from grace. It's been a long time since he was even on camera. He is He's come back this season and he's been in the ring a lot more. He's been a lot more active, trying to prove himself, but he's struggling to pick up wins. And this is not like SaLgames, because we know he can win. We know he can be a real threat. I guess he's just not taking it seriously enough anymore. I don't know what's happening with SaLgames. But he gets a second chance tonight, and I think the hardcore title could be right up his alley. He is no stranger to doing what it needs to be done to get the wins. And maybe this hardcore championship push could be what he needs. But we'll have to wait and see how that works out for him. But I can tell you what, he definitely could do with this win here tonight. He needs it at least for a morale boost, if not the title itself. And another man who's never short on confidence, the brother of the chairman, Ryan Austin, the very much football fan himself, comes down to the ring in his usual jersey. I say jersey, freaking kit. We're from England, people. And Ryan Austin, who just fell short in his match, to be fair, of capturing the championship opportunity. But tonight, he gets another chance, and you know he can deliver hardcore when he needs to. He's got that vicious punt kick, which not many people have actually managed to survive and tell the tale from. But for Ryan Austin, he has also fallen from grace. Once was World Heavyweight Champion contender. Since then has not shone. Now needs to do that step up. Someone else who was at one point a world title contender. And of course that was back in the Elimination Chamber. All the way back at Lockdown it was now. And that was the best chance he ever got of becoming a champion. And then tonight he is looking for another shot to capture his first championship here in WIW. Here he is, the man himself, Liam Connors, who carries himself so well in the wrestling ring, but just never can seem to find the finishing touch, the final blow that he needs. He probably was the best challenge that Alex Corzo had, of course, the Mexican Titan, who will be in the Resurrection pre-show, of course, later in the week. I'm really looking forward to this pay-per-view, but for the final spot, it is up for grabs, and can Liam Connors finally make that leap from title contention to title holder, and he would finally cement himself in history as a world champion should Liam Connors be able to do that here tonight. So far in the ladder match, it is let me make sure that I get all of these right. Dino D, Tyson Jackson, SDC, the Cruiserweight Champion, Jake Griffiths. That's only 4. Jesus Christ. I remembered all of them earlier. Oh, big slam down by Liam Connors. Just because I'm just trying to concentrate on the ones that I can remember. Dixon, another one. Winner of this will be the 6th, obviously. And there are just so many people in that match to remember, I tell you. But it is going to be a chaotic match. Anything will go, but only one man will be able to climb up and capture the ladder. Remember, the hardcore title will be a 24/7 title. If at any moment you are pinned, submitted, or knocked out for whatever reason, you will lose the championship. You've got to imagine KO would be the cleanest way to do it, right? You knock out your opponent, then not getting up. That's going to be a huge way to take the championship from somebody. But I guess it must be, in a hardcore match, it must be extreme levels to actually get the hardcore title knockout win. We'll have to see what that qualifies as, but Liam Connors off to a great start here, but Ryan Austin going to try and kill his momentum off here if he can. Ryan, a very vicious fighter, also a very intelligent fighter though, knows when to pick and choose his moments, very tactical. And of course we know he has that very vicious punt kick, which can finish off the match at any given moment. Liam Connors, we know, is also a very smart fighter, very full of heart and passion. We know he'll do whatever it takes to get his hands on gold. We know he will fight until the very end to make sure that to do anything in his power to get the win. But for Connors, he just never really found that winning move. He never really found something that made him stand out, that one big move that helps him get the wins night in and night out. He just never found it. Oh, what a move by Connors! Did you see that? An impressive display by Liam Connors, and SaLgames gets Connors out of the ring and he cleans house. So for SaLgames, as for SaLgames, of course, we know he has a very lethal move in that GTS. But unfortunately for him, he just hasn't even been able to hit it in the last couple of weeks and months. He spent so long away from the ring, I think he really has slowed down his progress. Oh, look at that! Ryan! What happened to him? I think he got kicked in the face or something there. He must have done in order for that kind of damage to be inflicted. Connor's fighting back with Sal right now. These two really going at it. Ryan from behind. Remember this, of course, there's no disqualification. These guys can stand out here for as long as they like. It's SaLgames and Ryan Austin. No strangers to each other as well. They've faced each other on numerous occasions, but they've also worked together on numerous occasions as well. Two very like-minded individuals, both with the power and ability to win a match with a single move. Both very good strikers as well, in many senses as well. And of course, they're both with the overwhelming urge to do whatever is necessary to get the job done. Cover here in the middle of the ring, broken up there by Liam Connors. And Connors now under fire from Ryan Austin. And Ryan going to take him out there. There's the snake eyes. Connors down. Ryan Austin, the only man standing in the ring. Ryan. Oh, look at this. That's ambitious. Oh, and he lands. What a move to both fighters as well. And look at SaLgames. I think that hurt his leg. Ryan, beautiful Pele kick. Very nicely done. Connors is down. SaLgames can barely stand after the attack to the back of the leg there from Ryan. But still the shoulders are up. SaLgames is up, but he's hurt there in the back of his leg. Was landed on by Ryan on the double knees to the face of Connors. And now Connors, look at this. Beautifully done there. Smooth transition into a big knee. Now SaLgames, can he take advantage? Or can Connors take advantage whilst Ryan is down? Remember, the winner joins an 8-man ladder match for the hardcore title. Oh, look at this. DDT! That vicious SaLgames DDT, but the leg is hooked on the rope, preventing a count. Look at Ryan. This is what I was talking about, Ryan. Smart and tactical. Knows when to pick and choose his moments to enter the ring and try and steal the match or get it done himself. Connors now trying to hype himself up. Ryan just going to let these two fight it out because he knows what Connors is going for. Has him in the corner, and that's going to lead him perfectly in for a pounce. Oh, but now look at Ryan. Ryan going to take advantage, and that's exactly what I was talking about. Picks his moment perfectly, but is it enough to put Connors away? Yes, it is! Liam Connors takes out SaLgames with a massive shoulder tackle. And Ryan Austin from there knew exactly what to do. Ryan Austin is the final man in the ladder match. He has a shot at the hardcore title. And this is what I'm talking about with Ryan. He's a smart fighter, knows the right fight. He knows what to do when the chance presents itself. Ryan Austin has himself a shot at the hardcore title. And we now know all 8 men in the hardcore championship ladder match. It's going to be one hell of a night, and one of the men in that match will make history. But Ryan Austin might just be looking to make history of his own. He could be the first Austin to hold title gold here in WIW if he can do that here at the pay-per-view. A big win for Ryan here tonight. That completes the hardcore championship ladder match, but the question still remains, who will be the first ever hardcore champion? We'll have to wait and see, but it is time to move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, before tonight's big main event, which will determine the final spot in the #1 contenders fatal 4-way for the WIW heavyweight champion Max Danger. It is time for some more tag team action, but it is tag team action between 3 members of the actual fatal 4-way match itself. Bruiser Brad tonight not teaming with his partner Big Boss, as you could probably guess by the fact that Big Boss was out here earlier tonight trying to get himself a shot at the hardcore title. But tonight he has to team with King Sam. That's right, the Wolfpack and the Blood Brothers working together. Did you ever think you'd live to see today? But tonight, there's a reason for it. Tonight, they are teaming against KO Oxley and Carter James. Of course, one of them secured their spot in the #1 contenders fatal 4-way match last week, as they worked brilliantly together to eliminate all other threats in that match and then go on to win the match. It was KO Oxley that got the job done, but tonight Oxley and James will be working together against one half of the Blood Brothers and 1/4 of the Wolfpack, and of course that is the leader of the Wolfpack as well, Bruiser Brad. A lot of questions about whether or not he deserves to be at this level, whether or not he deserves to be at the top of the card, or whether it's just the general manager playing favourites tonight. And for the rest of the Resurrection, he has a chance to prove why the general manager gave him that one shot and why he is the best person to take advantage of that opportunity. Next man down to the ring, it is of course the king of WIW, King Sam. The winner of 2 awards on his own at the WIW Awards Show, former WIW champion and former World Heavyweight champion, and once, of course, at the same time. Of course, King Sam has been an established star. He's been at the top of the card since he arrived, leader of one of the most successful tag teams in all of WIW's history, the Wolfpack. Called the Wolfpack. Will be trying once again to capture the Mayhem and Fight Night tag team titles at Resurrection, but this man of course has his own intentions. He knows that Max Danger will be waiting and watching in the wings, hoping and praying that this man is not the man who comes to face him, because this man is a dangerous threat, and I think the champ knows that, and that's exactly why he's been playing with him, toying with him for the last couple of weeks. Of course, Max Danger once again not in attendance here tonight, but we will see what happens when one of these men face for it tonight. Here they are again. It is KO Oxley and Carter James, one of the most established teams here on Friday Fight Night. Of course, the co-captains of the Fight Night team that won at Mind Games pay-per-view. And like they said the week that they won the shot at the world title, they made a good point. They said they have done everything for this brand, every obstacle, every hurdle they've had to go through to earn the title opportunities they have done, but they have still not been rewarded with the opportunities that they claim they deserve. And do you know what? I completely agree. It's not like Oxley and James haven't earned their chances. They don't deserve to be here, because they do. They have earned every right to be here, and KO Oxley will be the man trying to capture the world title. Carter James, usually the one who comes up out the two in singles competition, but KO Oxley finally gets his shot at gold. Will he be able to capture it, or will it disappear? Oh, look at that. Was going for a headbutt, but the king of the backbreaker makes him pay, KO Oxley. And Oxley and James very much experts of the backbreaker. Their finish, of course, is a double backbreaker, and they have been a very effective team. Carter James and KO Oxley debuted in WIW against each other. From there, they instantly found each other to be suitable partners, and they have worked together to become one of the most dominant tag teams here on Friday Fight Night. They've never captured the tag team title, but like they said last week, they've only had one fair shot at it. And of course, they had to earn that after winning Mind Games. And again, they had to be in a Four Corners tag team match. That's the only opportunity they've ever had, and it's a Four Corners tag team match. So you can understand why they're a bit upset, especially when Bruiser Brad's getting shots at the World Heavyweight title, and the dude has not had a singles match since he joined really the Blood Brothers. And if he has had a singles match, it's been a part of the tag team division. It's been for tag team purposes. So I can understand why KO Oxley and Carter James were mad about Bruiser Brad getting a shot in this match. Oh, look at that. Was trying to tag out the King Sam there, but Bruiser Brad couldn't do it. Now Bruiser Brad might be able to use his strength to his advantage here and his size, or went for a choking STO, but well countered there. Beautifully done by KO Oxley. And Oxley and James are off to a good start. And you know KO Oxley and Carter James are going to have the advantage in this match because they have that chemistry. They've been working together as a team for a while. They trust each other. They know each other's ways. And they both have similar ways of getting the job done. But as for King Sam and Bruiser Brad, they don't even really like each other. The Blood Brothers and the Wolfpack have been feuding for quite some time. The Blood Brothers have had to deal with King Sam and the rest of his team for quite some time, trying to get the titles off them. Could never find a way to do it, to the point where the Blood Brothers were removed from the title picture for quite some time. But KO Oxley and Carter James, they don't have that issue. But can King Sam and Bruiser Brad work together here tonight? Can they work that, you know, as equals? Can they share the load? Right now, Bruiser Brad trying to do all the work. A big splash in the corner. I'm sure King Sam won't mind him doing all the work, you know, keeps himself fresh for the pay-per-view, where 3 of these men will collide with a fourth that we'll find out after this match in tonight's main event for the shot at the WIW Heavyweight Champion Max Danger at the next pay-per-view. And now look at this, all went for the code breaker again. He scattered that one. And he's taunting, look at this, right in front of Bruiser Brad's face. And Bruiser Brad doesn't believe what he's just seen. Gets ambushed and attacked, counters his move, and he then catches him taunting. Big mistake there by KO Oxley. And he might be at fault now, he might make the tag. And he has done tag. And look at this, stomping away in the corner, and Bruiser Brad did not appreciate KO Oxley mocking him like that. King Sam coming in to get in on the action as well. Tagged straight back out there to Bruiser Brad, stomping away on Oxley. And one fatal mistake from Oxley could have just turned the whole tide in the match. Beautiful work there from Bruiser Brad and King Sam. Beautiful stomps in the corner, straight into a cover. Is that going to be enough? KO Oxley to the rescue. Now King Sam can come into this match for the first time. Bruiser Brad takes out Carter James. And look at King Sam, straight to the top. Look at a fly. Oh no, he's calling him up. And can these two work together here to get this win? They've got off to a good start there. That's their first tag, and they nearly got the match done with had it not been for the save by Carter James. For King Sam, of course, desperately needs this fatal four-way win at the pay-per-view, trying his hardest to get revenge for his team. Alex, who also, of course, took the title. Max Danger took the title from him with that Money in the Bank briefcase, and he never got his rematch. Hold on a minute. Oh, and a massive powerbomb there by KO Oxley. Thought maybe he was going to go into the backstabber. He decided against it. Maybe too soon here to be trying to put away King Sam after he's fresh into this ring. And King Sam, like I say, of course, a world champion on both brands. Held both world titles at the same time as well. So it's not like he's a stranger to world title glory. But Max Danger has got the better of him and his team for quite some time. Carter James tagged in now for his first bit of action inside this ring. And now look at this, going straight for King Sam, but King Sam well scouted. And beautiful discus clothesline straight into the cover here on KO Oxley. Of course, that wasn't going to be enough. So for King Sam, this is about redemption. For Bruiser Brad, it's about making a statement. For KO Oxley, it's about finally being rewarded for all of his opportunities. And these three men will be joined, of course, with one more guy in a shot for the World Heavyweight Championship. Only one of them will go on to face Max Danger at the next pay-per-view for the world title. Who is it going to be? Carter James, of course, just shy of that, missing that opportunity, but he was quick to come out. And he was quick to come out and say in the comment section, you know, I'm proud of my partner. We worked together brilliantly. We earned our opportunity, and we took it exactly when we said we would. We're going to take a quick commercial break here, ladies and gentlemen, but don't you go anywhere because we've still got plenty more action here to come, so don't change that channel. Dormus, the new fragrance by Dormus. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Before the break, this tag match kicked off, and things are starting to heat up right as we come back. Went for the knee. Well scouted there by Carter James. Now Carter James, can he capitalize? Gets King Sam in the corner, and we might be joining back here right at the end. Was thinking for the double backstabber. King Sam well escapes the corner, and now turns him around. Maybe looking at crossface, he can't get it. He just goes for the suplex instead. King Sam, we know the vicious submission hold, the crossface chicken wing. Something that not many people have been able to escape and keep fighting in the match. Look at that. Oxley and James retreating together, and it's giving him the room to take advantage. Very nicely done there by Carter James. Bruiser Brad desperately asking for a tag. Oxley comes in. Can King Sam get over and make the tag? He does. In comes Bruiser Brad, and look at the size difference between these two. Bruiser Brad flying in with drop kicks, and a man of his size, that must be intimidating. Carter James immediately regretting his decision to tag in his partner, and oh, look at this bear hug, straight away applied. Oxley in a lot of trouble. I don't think he's going to get a rope break or anything. He has to force a break, and he can't do it. Beautiful work from Bruiser. Brad just exploded back into the match. But Bruiser Brad and King Sam get the better of KO, Oxley and Carter James. And it literally was just the case of a few mistakes made from Oxley and James, and they were made to pay. But Bruiser Brad with a lethal submission hold, that bear hug, and he gets the job done. King Sam didn't have to do much tonight to help out. Bruiser Brad did a lot of the heavy lifting. But Carter James and KO Oxley must feel disappointed with this result. And a big win for these two here tonight. Are they going to shake hands? Maybe? Show a bit of respect? Yes, they do. King Sam and Bruiser Brad, they worked hard tonight to get the result that they wanted. And that's exactly what they got. Tonight, they can celebrate together. But at Resurrection, they are enemies. They can't afford to relax on each other. 3 of these men, of course, including KO Oxley as well, will be going to face off in a #1 contenders match for the World Heavyweight Championship. And the question is, who will be able to do it? Who will be King Sam's first opponent of season #2? I don't know, but it's time to fill that fatal 4-way with the final man here in tonight's main event. Now it is time for the last match of the evening, and it is a last chance battle royal. 6 men who have already had a chance at getting into the fatal 4-way for the #1 contendership for the World Heavyweight Championship will get one last chance, and the first man down to the ring is the mastermind, Jaden. And Jaden, of course, last week walked out on a chance to be in the Hardcore Championship picture. Maybe this is why, I don't know, because he's refusing to talk to people. He is refusing to say anything about that issue of walking away, and the general manager might need to keep an eye out for Jaden, because if he is planning on some kind of match fixing, was trying to just use last match to walk away from it and then face off and potentially become world champion, then, you know, the general manager's got to keep an eye on that. That's a potential risk that could happen. SDC, of course, not in this match because he is in the Hardcore Championship ladder match now. And as for Big Willie won't be doing it because at the pay-per-view, he will be defending his television championship for the first time in an open challenge for the first time in season #2. So Jaden, has he just cleverly come up with a plan to get himself into the world title picture? I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, but there are a lot of dangerous threats in this match so that could potentially go on to win it. One, of course, is the beautiful technician wrestler of William Hale, one of the most technical wrestlers in the company. Inside that ring, one of the best fighters that there is. Doesn't always get the results with his wear and tear tactics, but you can't argue that technically he is a sound wrestler, but he has just never quite found that edge he needed to get himself to the top of the pile. Maybe tonight, in this last chance battle royale, he'll be able to do just that. William Hale, big opportunity here tonight in this matchup. Remember, the winner of this match will join King Sam, Bruiser Brad, and KO Oxley in a fatal 4-way, and the winner of that fatal 4-way at Resurrection will go on to face Max Danger for the World Heavyweight Championship at the first brand exclusive pay-per-view of the year for Fight Night. What a pay-per-view that is lined up to be, Resurrection, and this is the final match before that show. I cannot wait. I hope you guys are excited. I know I am. It's going to be one hell of a show. So William Hale comes down to the ring, and the other person down to the ring also was a part of the fatal 4-way that William Hale was in, and of course did very well in that match, survived all the way till the end before he was eliminated by Bruiser Brad. Trevor Jackson makes his way down to the ring. We know he's a tough fighter, always has been a tough fighter, and has been in the world title picture for quite some time now with not much success, but he has been doing okay. He's always found his way into these #1 contender situations, but Trevor Jackson, the man who started his career out feuding with 2 men at once in the Vikings of Destiny, Trevor Jackson really climbed up the ladder, and it doesn't intend to stop. Tonight could be his opportunity to get another chance at pushing for the World Heavyweight Championship. Another man who is desperate to get back to the top of the ladder. Another member of the Wolfpack And once again, getting his second opportunity to get into this world title picture. It is Alex Wilson, as King Sam refers to him as the Prince of the Wolfpack. Alex Wilson, a former World Heavyweight Champion, could only hold it for a month before dropping it again to Max Danger. But I tell you what, Alex Wilson and Max Danger literally had the best match in WIW so far, all the way back at Sudden Death. And even their rematch, where Max Danger took the title back, was one hell of a match. These two put on some classic matches. And the Wolfpack, no one bigger than the Wolfpack, have had this grudge with Max Danger. Can one of them get revenge? And what a way to do that, by leveling the playing field, by getting two Wolfpack members into that fatal four-way. Of course, King Sam, the leader of the Wolfpack, very much in that matchup too. And so Alex Wilson gets one last opportunity here tonight. We've had 4 men come down to the ring, 2 more to come. And of course, remember, all these men are getting their second chances. And for this man, it's a second chance that he desperately needs to capture. He's never really shone here in WIW, but Bomber desperately needs to show what he can do here tonight inside that ring. We know he has the potential to be great, a true powerhouse, but he's too dependent on his strength and ability. And to be honest, here in WIW, we've got a lot of strong men. We don't need a powerhouse all the time. And I think Bomber needs to learn that if he can do other stuff other than be the powerhouse, then he can be a success. For Bomber, he desperately needs to show himself here tonight, because God knows when he could be in a title picture again if he can't pull off a victory here tonight. Bomber desperately needs it, but can he get this win he desperately needs? Final man down to the ring, looking to also get his chance. Someone else who desperately needs this win, or he's going to be out of the title picture very quickly. Wilson Woodward, a man that Blake Austin saw a lot of potential in, and clearly Theodore Adam Wright has seen a lot of potential in him as well. But at every opportunity so far, he has been a little bit of a letdown. Wilson Woodward lost the chance to be in the Hardcore Championship match after losing to Dino D in a matter of a minute. And then from there, it's just been a bit chaotic for him. Just hasn't quite reached the heights he was looking for. Lost to King Sam at his first opportunity at getting into the #1 contenders match, which of course you can't really blame him for. King Sam, of course, is a former world champion. For Wilson Woodward, you've got to imagine this puts him out of the title picture for a long time if he doesn't win tonight. Bell rings and away we go. 6 men, but only one of them will join the fatal 4-way match for the World Heavyweight Championship #1 contenders match. And of course, Alex Wilson going straight for eliminations, no surprise. And already Wilson Woodward in a lot of trouble. Jaden, the mastermind, trying to force his way into a world title picture here. And he's been very crafty, and I'm sure the general manager won't be happy, of course, should he win after, you know, walking out of last week's match. Of course, the general manager had no choice but to put him in this match. This was the last chance for people who needed that last chance, and that's exactly what he needed. Jaden, though, in a lot of trouble. William Hale trying to get him out of here, trying to toss him over the top rope. And he put him in a bad spot there, but he couldn't do it. And Bomber right now working away on Trevor Jackson. To be honest, this is a kind of matchup where it might pay off for him to be that powerhouse type of fighter, because if he can force people over that top rope with, you know, relative ease, it could make life a lot easier for him. And William Hale in a lot of trouble here, and he almost became the first man eliminated from this matchup, as Jaden continues to work away on the most technical wrestler we have here in WIW. And now Jaden once again searching for other people to fight now as Hale rolls under the ropes. Wilson Woodward under heavy fire right now from the former world champion. And Wilson Woodward trying to show himself. If he could pick up an elimination of the former world champion, how good would that look on his resume? And look at that, went for the clothesline, missed his. Meanwhile, Jaden trying to work away here on the opposite side on Trevor Jackson. And look at this, everybody in the corners right now. Bomber now under fire from Alex Wilson. Of course, Alex Wilson, the only man in this ring. Oh, no. Tell a lie. He's one of 2 men in this ring who was a former world champion. Of course, Jaden, a 2-time WIW champion on the opposite brand. Could never quite hold on to the title for longer than a month. But then again, Alex Wilson never held on to his title for longer than a month either. So I guess it's level playing fields. Jaden came onto this brand looking for a second chance at being a world champion. And I'm sure tonight could be one of his last chance to get that. And look at this right now. William Hale in a lot of trouble as Bomber and Alex Wilson trying to get him out of here. Trying to toss him over the top rope. He's hanging on to dear life. And he's managed to escape that hole. Very nicely done there by William Hale. And Alex Wilson and William Hale have been colliding the whole time here. Bomber working away on him now. Oh, Wilson Woodward put Jaden on the ropes there, but decided against going for the elimination. Easy tactic. Oh, look at that. Did you see the uppercut from Bomber? Just absolutely flattened Alex Wilson and took him out of the ring. And 3 men have rolled under right now. Bomber cleaning house right now, but Jaden trying to stop him in his tracks. Trying to stop the big man from building momentum if he can. Bomber right now doing the job that he needs to do, and that is surviving. Who is going to be the first man out of this ring? Trevor Jackson in the ropes. It could have been him there for a second, but William Hale couldn't get him down. And look at Alex Wilson there. Beautiful slam there on Wilson Woodward. Alex Wilson versus Wilson Woodward. And those two have been colliding quite a bit in this match, but now the 2 former world champions colliding as well. What an upset it would be for either one of them to be eliminated this early on. But what a big opportunity it would be for everybody else in this match should one of them be the first to go. Wilson now working a way to get Jaden over that top rope again. This is where he's looked most vulnerable for elimination. Bomber on the other side looking for a power bomb. Is he going to be able to connect on William Hale? This could soften him up for an easy elimination. Big powerbomb. Meanwhile, Trevor Jackson gets rid of Wilson Woodward. And Wilson Woodward, it's back to the drawing board. Couldn't quite get it done tonight. Bomber is hyped up, though, tonight. He's doing very, very well, just without picking up an elimination. William Hale picks up the first elimination of the night. He eliminates Wilson Woodward. And look at Woodward on the outside. He can't believe his luck. And he's lost. He's out of the match. You got to imagine it's going to be a long, long time and a long road ahead for Wilson Woodward to get anywhere near the world title picture again. Jaden and William Hale working away on each other. Meanwhile, submission hold applied here to Alex Wilson. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice already. And remember, this, of course, for the shot in the #1 contenders fatal 4-way to go on and face Max Danger for the title. Oh, well countered there by Alex Wilson, and falls into a kind of cannonball style there. And now Jaden trying to work away on him, trying to eliminate the Wolfpack member, trying to get him out of here. Oh, look at that, Bomber's gone! William Hale cleaning house. He just tosses Bomber over. I think Bomber was caught off guard there and made to pay for that. And now Trevor Jackson trying to slow down the roll of William Hale, who now has 2 eliminations. And big elimination there on Bomber, and unfortunate for Bomber as well. What a performance he's put on. And now Trevor Jackson cleaning house, taking out everybody right now. But can he get rid of William Hale, who of course already has 2 eliminations in this matchup? William Hale with a lot of momentum, but it could be all for nothing if Trevor Jackson can get him over here and get him out in a bad spot, hanging on for dear life, only with 1 hand. Can Trevor Jackson force him off? Can he get him? No, he can't. Oh, but look at this! Wilson on the opposite side! Super kick, and out goes Jaden! Jaden eliminated now. And just like that, we're down to 3. William Hale, Trevor Jackson, and Alex Wilson. Wilson now, look at this. Very nicely done, double underhook, looking for the face buster, and connects beautifully. 3 men left, but only 1 will join King Sam, Bruiser Brad, and KO Oxley for a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship potentially. Who will be able to do it? 3 men surviving. Look at this, William Hale. Oh, beautiful slam. William Hale is really going here tonight. Doing a fantastic job. He already has 2 eliminations. He's hyped up tonight. And now look at this, Trevor Jackson working with Alex Wilson, beating down on William Hale here. And now Hale near the ropes. That's not where you want to be. And Trevor Jackson almost got him out of here. Now in the corner trying to eliminate him. William Hale holds on again. And these 3 are going to battle on now for that final spot in the fatal 4-way. And Alex Wilson can continue to work away on William Hale here. Trying to get rid of the man with the most eliminations so far. Of course, if he gets this, he'd be tied with the most eliminations. And oh, there he's gone! He's gone! Oh, what a move! What a move by Alex Wilson! And we are down to 2 just like that. Trevor Jackson and Alex Wilson one of these men will join the fatal 4-way #1 contenders match. But who is it going to be? Will it be the Prince of the Wolfpack, King Sam's young prodigy Alex Wilson? Or will it be Trevor Jackson, a man who's been hunting for the title for a long time, but without much success? Oh God, look at this. Cross-leg Michinoku driver. Very nicely done there by Alex Wilson. And now Wilson trying to find that final elimination if he can. And these two really going at it, really trying to put each other away, just trying to get this one done, doing whatever they have to make sure it gets done. A massive uppercut there by Tyson Jackson. And now lining up, I see exactly what he's going for here, giving himself the run-up, looking for this massive roundhouse kick, and this could put Alex Wilson down. It's not going to get him over the top rope, but it could make the trip a hell of a lot easier. A massive roundhouse kick there by Trevor Jackson. Daly has to do it. He needs to toss him over the top rope. He can't afford to waste time here, Trevor Jackson. He's just got to throw him over. Got to take advantage while it's down. And look at that. That's what I'm saying. A missed opportunity there. And now Alex Wilson might take advantage. In the corner. Trevor Jackson's in trouble. No, he's got him. And Trevor Jackson makes a huge error. And Alex Wilson takes it. He is in the fatal 4-way. The second Wolfpack member in that fatal 4-way. Huge win there tonight for the Wolfpack's prodigy, Alex Wilson. And he might now get a second chance at joining the championship match. Well, of course, he still has to deal with King Sam as well. But he has just as much of an axe to grind with King Sam as he does. Alex Wilson, King Sam, KO Oxley and Bruiser Brad, those are your 4 people facing off for the #1 contenders' rights to the World Heavyweight Champion Max Danger. But only one of them can do it. Only one of them will be able to face Max Danger for the World Heavyweight Championship. Who is it going to be? We'll have to find out at Resurrection. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts and feelings on tonight's show, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will catch you guys at Resurrection.